Okay, welcome to video number 5 on my scent control routine. This one is about how to go about cleaning your backpacks and keeping them clean, and also your hunting gear, keeping that clean. First things first, I highly recommend a Scentlock backpack. Now, this was my first one I ever bought about 20 years ago. It's a Cabela's brand, but it has the Scentlock lining in it. I don't believe they make these anymore. I really like this pack because it's like a fanny pack. It lays low on your back. It has these straps on it. I could roll my coat up and strap it on the pack, and it'd ride down low on your back instead of your upper back where it get all sweaty. This one's kind of worn out now, so I went and bought one of these last year. This is the BE1 grinder pack, and this pack is absolutely awesome. I love this camo pattern, the mossy oak Terragila. That's good for after leaf drop. But this pack has so many pockets in it that I don't even use them all. It's got a rain fly you can put over the thing if it's raining or snowing out to keep your pack from getting all wet. It's also got a mesh cargo net on it that you can strap to the outside if you want to haul anything in that. The only drawback I found with this pack so far is when you go to reactivate it in your dryer, it's got so many darn pockets in it that you need to make sure you double and triple check the thing to make sure you have all your stuff taken out of it, because you don't want any of your stuff going through the dryer. But sometimes you might miss a pocket or something. There's so many of them on it. Like I said, just an awesome pack. If you're using a regular backpack, you're going to have to wash it all the time. Anytime you think you got some scent on it from your hands, you should be wearing gloves, your Scentlock gloves, while pilfering through your pack, or at least spraying your hands down first. But if you don't, if you get it sweaty on your back, you're going to have to wash it all the time. This pack, I'll reactivate it in the dryer just like you do with your clothes, your Scentlock clothing. High heat for 45 minutes. I'll run this through the dryer maybe twice a hunting season, twice during bow season. Our bow season's 6 weeks long, so after a few weeks I'll reactivate it in the dryer. And I always keep some scent spray, either Scentlock field spray or this ozone spray. I'll keep a bottle of it right on the side of the pack like that. And that way when I get to my tree stand, if I've broken a sweat anywhere, I can spray down good with that stuff before putting, a lot of times it's my head. I'll spray my head real good and then kind of let it air dry for a few minutes, and then I'll throw my head cover and my hat on. You can also keep some Scentlock wipes inside. Well, Scentlock don't make wipes, but I use, I get them at Aldi's. They're a baby wipe that's hypoallergenic and free of perfumes and all that stuff. It's a 3-pack, I think. 3-pack for like $5. I'll keep a pack in the back of my truck. I'll put some in a Ziploc bag and keep them in here. Those things come in pretty handy. If you get sweat on the back of it from it riding on your back, just spray it down. You'll be good to go. Now, anything you put in your pack that is cloth that could hold odor, it's a good idea pre-season to wash that. Now, I don't usually wash it during the season unless I think it's gotten real rank. But I got like my rangefinder case, I'll wash that. Rattle bag, the bag part, wash that. Headlamp, I'll wash that band before season starts, and then I'll put it in a Ziploc bag when I throw it in my backpack after I'm done using it. That way it kind of holds any odor in there. And this thing, I'll spray this headband down every time I use it with the scent spray, because that kind of gets a lot of odor on it. You could even wash it, you know, whenever you wash anything, throw that in the wash too. I got extra release in case I do something stupid like leave mine in the truck or heaven forbid lose it. I got a spare in my backpack, but I'll wash this wrist strap, get that clean. And even on my regular wrist strap that I've been shooting with all summer, I'll take this and I'll soak this thing in water. All I do is I take this 4X Scent Lock soap, squirt some in a bucket, spray some water in there with a hose, get it nice and sudsy, and I'll just dunk all this stuff in the bucket and let it sit for a few minutes, pull it out, rinse it off with a hose, and leave it outside to air dry. My release strap, definitely let that soak for a little bit because it's got sweat from all summer. Now, after bow season starts and after you've got this stuff washed, I'll only shoot my bow with my gloves on. That's how I'm hunting. That's how I'm going to be shooting at the deer anyhow, so it's good practice to get used to that. Plus it keeps you from getting your sweat and stink on your release strap again, and your bow. Now my bow, I'll wipe this handle down good, spray it, and you know, every time I happen to touch it, I'll get to my tree stand. If I'm carrying this into the woods with no gloves on for some reason, which I really don't ever do because I always wear my gloves, but for some reason if you do, you get in your tree stand, hang it up, spray the handle down good. And then, like I said, I try and shoot at minimum every other day, even during the hunting season, just to keep practice. I'll shoot with my gloves on, that way I'm not getting that sweat all over everything that I got clean. My arrows, I wipe them down. Believe it or not, your arrows, from touching them, have human scent all over them. I found this out shooting in my yard, missing the target, and the arrows going in the woods, and I'm back there looking for them, and my dog sniffed them out. And she's done that several times, so it's a chocolate lab, and she could smell my scent on those arrows and sniffed them out before I could find them. Now, what's a quiver full of 5 or 6 arrows smell like, you know? Wipe them down, spray them down, whatever you gotta do. And then when you get to your tree stand or your hunting location, make sure you got your gloves on or you spray your hands down good before pulling the arrow out and knocking the arrow on your bow. Now, as far as some of your other gear, I'll take this pack because it doesn't have the straps on it like this one does to strap my coat. It's got these little loops on it here that you can attach some bungee cords to. And I'll roll up my jacket and strap it on there with a bungee cord. But I'll wash them bungee cords pre-season, just in case. You never know, you know, things made in China. Who knows what the heck they got on them when they're making them. So make sure you clean them. My pull-up ropes, I got, I think, 16 of these 20-foot ropes. And my local dollar store was going out of business. It wasn't a dollar store. It was called Real Deals was the name of the store, but they had cheap stuff there. They had these marked down to $1 when they were going out of business. 20-foot camo ropes, great pull-up ropes, marked down to $1. They had 16 of them left. I bought every one of them. I'll never need pull-up ropes again for my tree stand. But every year, I'll prep a couple of these by washing them and cleaning them. And then I'll just keep them in the tote with my backpacks. That way, if one of my pull-up ropes happens to break, or I feel it's getting a little dry rotted or whatever and I want to replace it, I got a clean rope to do so. I ain't got to worry about that. Guys with saddles, them ropes that you use for your saddles, even the saddle itself, wash periodically. Safety harnesses, same thing. You know, just all, anything with cloth material that you're taking into the woods. Try and give it a good washing before the season. Stuff that you're touching all the time you think might get stunk up quite a bit. Try and wash it a little bit during the season, but you know, most of my stuff I just wash it pre-season, and if I think it's getting a little sweat on it or whatever, I spray it good, keep it in my backpack because it's scent lock, and then I just have to reactivate the scent lock. You know, just like I said, high heat, 45 minutes. Every few weeks of hunting, I'll reactivate it. That's about all I can think of for this video. If you got any questions, just leave a comment. I'll answer them best I can. Any ideas, anything like that you want to leave in the comments is fine. I got one more video to do that's going to put all this together and show you how I go about a hunt. Like I said in the early videos of this series, most of the work is done before the season even starts. Once the season starts, your routine for getting out of your truck, getting dressed at the back of your truck and going to your tree stand, that's real simple because you already did all the work. And I'll show you just how easy it is. A lot of people think that it's too much of a pain in the rear end to try and keep your scent knocked way down, but it's not that hard at all. Most of your work, like I said, is done before hunting season even starts. You have all summer to work on getting this stuff ready. So once hunting season starts, I'll show you a video on putting it all together and what I do for a hunt. And that'll be the last video in this series. And like I said, leave a comment if you got a question. And good luck this fall. Give this a try. You'll see some results. Trust me.